What kind of food is it? You know, say the A series shoot video better.
This one.
The one on the A.
This one is Galaxy.
Alright, I'm tell us the A series, them shoot better than the Galaxy. The Samsung A series. The AK1. The AK1 and the 81 and 84 excellent videos. No man, we have to go to one. The 8 the 8 the one sell it here. More than here. And the no, there's something 351. Shoot, better than the Galaxy series. What's the other Samsung 350? The Galaxy. No.
I googled it. I know that. Right? It's about 3 different manufacturers. What is that? Start? Cancel? No, start. Sorry, I'm fine. 160 on the camera. Because once you come up, let me just say next, right?
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not here.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing, students, and I'm inviting everyone else to stand for the singing of the hymn, Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Let's sing out lustily this morning. Please stand, everyone. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul, praise Him, for He is my help and salvation. Hallelujah! Now to His temple draw near, praising with adoration. Praise to the Lord, who o'er all things so wondrously reigneth, shelters thee under His wings, His who gladly sustaineth. Hast thou not seen how thy desires have been granted in what He ordained? Praise to the Lord, oh, let all that is in me adore Him. All that has life and breath come now with praises before Him. Let the amen sound from His people again. Let thee forever be adored. Please be seated. Dwayne, please make your way to the microphone. Please be seated.
The first good morning, everyone. The first lesson is taken from Isaiah chapter 40, reading from verse 26 to verse 31. Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all these? He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name. Because of His great power and mighty strength, not one of them is missing. Why do you complain, Jacob? Why do you say, Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord. My way is disregarded by my God. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
This morning, the Chapleton Primary School family joins with the rest of the nation in mourning. As you're well aware, everyone, this today is a national day of mourning, and many persons are wearing our black ribbons this morning, and I'm proud to say that all our graduates this morning are wearing their ribbon. As a school, we want to extend our condolences to all families who are mourning today because of harm or that has come to their children or the death of their child or children. And so as we go into a time of prayer, I invite Mrs. Watson-Ferron to come and pray this morning as we all take this time out to reflect. It is indeed a time that we want to hold up all our children in prayer. Mrs. Ferron.
Prayer, please. Our Father, who art in heaven, indeed we are grateful for life. Hadn't it been for grace and mercies, God, we would have been in denial. And so for all reasons, we want to tell you thanks today. You are the awesome God. You are the God that takes care. There is no God like you. Forever you will be God. And so you need no one to deputize for you. Father, we are depending on you, especially in a time as this, when there are so many challenges and so many wars. But God, with you, things can be made possible, because you specializes in the impossibilities. And so, God, we ask you for peace in our nation. We ask you specifically, Almighty God, on behalf of our children here, that you will help each and every one of them, Almighty God, and help them, dear God, to pursue peace, so that our nation will be much better than it is. We ask that you bless all parents here today. We ask you bless everyone, Almighty God, who has contributed to this affair and who are contributing now and who will contribute later. You are still God, and we are asking you to bless each and every one of us. We ask for a smooth flow as your name will be exalted here among us. Thanks for hearing our prayer. And as you have also taught us when we pray, and to say, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and glory, forever and ever. Amen. Please be seated. We'll now invite Ray Allison, our head girl, to come and do the second lesson for us.
Good morning, everyone. The second lesson is taken from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, reading from verse 6 to verse 9. For God, who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," made his light shine in our hearts to give us the glory of God's knowledge displayed in the face of Christ. But we have this treasure in jars of clay, to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Good morning, everyone. Madam Chairman, Mrs. Karma Campbell-Hibbert. Madam Chairman, Mrs. Karma Campbell-Hibbert, our special invited guests, guest speaker, Mrs. Abigail James, Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Asset Stone, other members of the school board, Principal, Mrs. Monroe Walters, Vice Principals, Mrs. Sterling Williams, and Mrs. Charmaine Sebastian, the general academic staff and support staff, proud parents, graduates, past students, representatives of the PTA executive, friends, our online viewers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. It is my task this morning to introduce to you for today's graduation ceremony, and it is with pride I take this job. Mrs. Karma Campbell-Hibbert teaches at the Chapleton Primary School. She attended Shortwood Teachers College, and she has been a member of our staff for over 17 years. Her substantive post in the institution is the Enrichment Center Manager. However, she currently teaches grade 2 as the cohort is such a large one. Mrs. Campbell-Hibbert is also the textbook coordinator. In recent past, she completed a course in special education. She's a true believer in Christ and is an active member of her church. She is a devoted mother of 3. Please join me in welcoming the vivacious Karma Campbell-Hibbert to the podium.
It's all right. And then little thinky, clap there. Well, no leave it. Come here, sir. Give me this. So, what you say it again? Karma, Kim.
Please welcome.
No, let me tell you what I do. And then now, when you say it, they're going to give one big woolly clap, because they're glad to see me. You understand? But if me not get a big clap, me not coming up here. You hear? So wait, let me go back up now. Hold on.
Please help me welcome Karma Campbell-Hibbert.
I feel good. Thank you. You're so kind. Oh, that is so nice. Good morning, everyone. All right, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, all right. So I would like to be associated with all the protocols already established. And with that said, morning, everybody. All right. Do you realize that we're making history today? It is our first time saying good morning at a graduation. Anybody realize? Nobody realize? Oh yes, it is our first time saying good morning. And so, I want to make mention, I don't want to come back. Okay, all right. So, my job this morning is to make sure everything is going as planned. But I cannot do it without you. Do you agree? Yes, man, I can't do it without you. So the first thing, I'm going to make sure I left is something with on the bench here. No trouble them. All right. And if we have any parents, what's here? I wonder what you're doing outside. Eh? All right. If we have parents on the outside, we have a whole lot of seats on the inside. So now come in. And before we talk about the theme, parents, children, well-wishers, it is good to see you. This morning, when I was by the school, I saw this little girl, and I felt so happy for her and proud when she saw her cape. And I hope when you see a brand new things this year, so nobody can complain, so the picnic them are burn up, so not going hide and send in the bottle of water. We make them cool this year, And so when she saw her cape, a big smile just came on her face. And I'm like, yes, that is what we want. It's a proud moment. It is. And as you look behind me, you realize the decoration, one black in the middle. And then after that, you see, congratulations, graduate, and all of that. I hear it was deliberate. But what I wanted to pay attention to, you see the lights, them will come down? Behind me, miss, will you look up this so far? Over here, so man. Oh, up here, so man. But you have some lights coming down. You don't see it? Yes, man. You know what that is saying to us? That despite all that is happening, you ever hear they said there's a glitter of hope? And I wanted to hold on to that. And so the theme says, anybody knows the theme for this morning? What is the theme? Say it again for me. Where you say, yet I shall rise. All right, we're going to fix up that. Anybody else can tell me something else? We don't have shall in it. Anybody can tell me something else? Hold on. Before you answer, let me read and make sure shall not in there. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, you know what you want to say, don't it? All right, don't worry yourself. What is the theme for this morning? So like we're not even sure. So we're going to do a little practice before. And I want to tell you about a bet that I made, and you're going to have to help me win the bet. Because I can't bear to lose today. So, the theme says, yet still I rise. Anybody have to change the outfit where you did plan to wear? Oh, I'm glad somebody say yes, because it's never this me plan to wear. When I go down to PLS, them say them never have me size. So I have to put on this one when I know I can't manage the heel, but I had to do it just for you. But, am I here? You are here? Yes, man. All right, so I looked on some synonyms for the word yet. So we're going to do a quick little thing. So, yet still I rise, so I'm so happy. So we have over that side, where Mr. Watson over there. So just raise your hand a little bit, Mr. Watson. Good. Over Mr. Watson's side, your job is to say still. So let me hear you say it now. Still. Mr. Watson's side, they might let you down, man. The front part all right, but you don't reach it back yet. The ripple effect not go down there so yet. But don't worry yourself. We're going to work on it. Boys and girls, parents, right here, so. You're going to say, I. You get it now? Say, I make me hear. I. You know, son look a bit over there, say, Say it again, make them get jealous. All right, now show up. And then over here now, what do you think you're going to say? All right, do you hear your word? What is your word? Rise. No, rise mean this? What rise mean? You go up, don't it? So your rise have to go up So when you say rise, you can't just say rise. That is not rise. You have to go a little higher. So, you ready? So over still side, you're going to say still. Here, so you're going to go a little higher. And over here, so you're going to go no higher. You think we can do that? All right, let's take a little practice. In spite of the hardship, well, I'm not carrying my book because we can't see Mr. Watson at all. Sorry. Anyway. No, man. They are here, so. No. I'm the yet person. So, here, so, and here, so is the rise people, them. All right? So, I'm doing the synonyms for yet, So, we start off. Everybody. Yet. Knee. Remember the knee and the shoes. All right. So very good. Good job. So here goes now. In spite of the hardship. Good. Despite how dirty tough. Good job. Notwithstanding our current situation as we speak. Soon done. And then, although we have been through the fire and knocked down 101 times, All right, so ready for it now. So now we're going to go, and I'm going to say, yet, nevertheless, we are moving on to new dreams, new failures, new choices, new pain, new friends, new obstacles or challenges. We will remember that we will remember to say everybody together, yet no, that is my 2 cents this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a good day, and everything will not be like you want it to, but still we will rise. Now, my program might be a little insy bit different from yours, but walk with me. Now, before I go on, I have the bet I was telling you about that you have to help me win. Remember, you have to help me rise today now. So, I was told that we cannot really me them say, but me say we, come here for involve on you know, cannot do this in 2 to 2.5 hours. Person say, I can't do it. And me decide to want to prove them wrong. You gonna help me prove them wrong? Yes. You sure? Yes. Well, no sound like you're not rise to the occasion though. It sound like you're not sure. You think you can help me pull it off? Yes. All right. What you say? Still I? Right. We're going to pull it? Nice. So with that sound, I am going to be moving right along, and we are going to be putting our hands together. And guess what? Remember, the claps are free. You're going to give it away free today. And if you give it away freely, you're not only doing it to feel good or let somebody else feel good, but it shows that you appreciate what is done. And so we started off when we said, yet still I rise. We're not clapping ourselves. Clapping ourselves. All right. That was practice. Very good. So now we're going to check it out. When somebody comes up and they do something, you're going to show it by giving away some free love. And the free love is going to be in your hands. You hear? You can do that for me? All right, so let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to be welcome our chairperson, Mr. Hassett Stone. He's the chairman of the Board of Governors. And I'm sure you all know him, the mathematician. Oh, no, know him? Oh, no, him, don't it? All right, so put your hands together for Mr. Stone.
I would like to be associated with the protocols already established. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Management of the Chapleton Primary School. The mission statement of our school is to promote, establish, maintain an effective and dynamic institution which will equip students with the skills, knowledge, values, and attitude that will empower them to make a positive contribution to their community and wider society. Chapleton Primary School is on a trajectory of improvement in all areas, striving for excellence and in line with the Ministry of Education and Youth objectives and targets, in particular in areas necessary for national development. Our aim at Chapleton Primary School is to encourage and inspire students to dream big, aim high, persevere when faced with challenges, and to do their best. It is said that knowledge empowers leaders, drives breakthroughs, and inspires discoveries with every milestone reached. Sights are set beyond the horizon, bringing hope and peace for the journey ahead. And this quote is from an unknown writer. Graduates, you have many teachers and past students who have walked the halls of this institution and have paved the way for you. They have also contributed tremendously to the school and their communities. It is said that the greatness of man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and ability to affect those around him positively. And that quote comes from Bob Marley. Graduates, you have the capability to do whatever you set out to do. Dream big, set measurable goals, work towards achieving them. The late Marcus Mosiah Garvey once said, I trust that you will so live today as to realize what you are, that you are masters of your own destiny, master of your fate. If there is anything you want in this world, it is for you to strike out with confidence and faith in self and reach for it. I encourage all of you to give of yourself and put joy into whatever you are being, in whatever you're doing, knowing that once you have given your all, you will be able to have peace of mind. Life is made up of choices, and we are all responsible for the choices we make. So chart your course wisely. Greetings on behalf of the Board of Management of the Chapleton Primary School. May you continue to grow and remain resolute. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stone. That wasn't bad. You didn't do bad with the clapping at all. All right. So in Mr. Stone's remarks, he said the greatest of man is not in his wealth. True or false? No make up on the man, no? What you say? True. Now that him say? Is that him say? On the right. Not doubting yourself so early. It's a good thing though, we never plan for you and nothing right now. We're just testing. And that is to indicate that I need for you to listen for every speaker that comes up, because you might be getting a question and I have something to give out. You know me always have me look at something. So you have to do your part. You have to do what? No man, wait, that, yes, you have to do your part, and what else? The L word. Tell lie? Listen. All right, is your mouth you used to listen? Oh, your ears. I bet you can't hold on for your ears, let me see. Children. No, sir, no bright so today. No, sir. All right, look at your ears. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a gold medalist around us. And she went to the JCDC. And I want you to know that these children are so smart that it's not no long time them get to practice them thing, you know. But when they know the craft and they have a good backup system to teach them how to do the thing, they go places. Them just rise. And every time they feel like they can't do it, they have somebody pushing them and say, rise up because you can. I think I can, and then you have somebody say, me not think, me know you can do it. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for no other than our little Carice Hilton. Where are you, Carice?
Good morning, everyone. Accept yourself by Accept Yourself by P. Watson Theron. Don't ever lose your identity. Just be who you are. Be proud and happy about yourself. You're God's unique shining star. You can shine even in the darkest night, just because you're such a special light. Send your beam both near and far, and just remember who you are. Don't try to be like someone else. Stay within your place. Wisely stand and build your bridge with power and with grace. Don't try to count the errors you've made along life's pathway. Rather use them as stepping stones to build a better day. To accept yourself, it's easy to do. Just look in the mirror and say, I love you. You are so precious, precious as can be. The rare gem God intended you to be. I am so happy that God made me. So accept yourself for who you are. Do not forget, you are a star.
Hold on. That was so nice, don't it? Wasn't that awesome? That was awesome. All right, so let me wait until this fine gentleman come and find his seat on the platform here. No, so I saw the giddy wave. Oh God, turn around and giddy wave again, sir. Them never see.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, thank you. Yes, no Caris. I want you to demonstrate something for me. I like this one. Because this one say, my principal is proud of me. I didn't want to say everybody, because I know me make a pencil and my principal then put. But you know feel good for you say principal proud of you, don't it? And you know Miss Friend proud of you, don't it? And your mother proud of you, don't it? And me proud of you, don't it? And while I teach them, you know what? Oh, no get your point, don't it? All right. So tell you what, on behalf of the whole of we want to say good job. And thank you. Yes, man. Clap her. Very good. Was that the point you received the gold medal for? Yes, she did. And I hope you take some message from it, you know. It's not just going to her class, our schoolmates. It's going for everybody. You have any adults in here when I feel so pretty this morning? Anybody did not? Only you feel pretty this morning? Jesus, I love that she feel pretty bad. You hear there's something Miss Bachelor bad. Show off with it too, you know. I mean, if you ask the lady whether beside Miss Brownie, she feel pretty bad. So next time, they say you must do some positive self-talk. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself. And we use the Jamaican Creole, depending on which, wherever you are. You can look on you and say, girl, you look good. I will tell you, say, you don't look good. Or you can say, young woman, you're looking quite fine this morning. If I even that, but talk to yourself, because sometimes it's your talk alone going to help you throughout that day. You understand? Now, depends on everybody sometimes. So we're going to be moving right along. And I think I might just, I wonder if I should, because this man is very, very busy, you know. The Honorable is very busy. So I wonder, you cool off, sir? Bring it. When you're born, when you're born ready, you're just ready. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome our MP, the most Honorable Robert Nestor Morgan, the MP of Clarendon North Central. Put your hands together.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. A good North Central, good morning to you all. Some of you don't eat breakfast this morning. A good morning, a good North Central morning to you all. Wonderful. It is always good to stand in front of the future. What do I mean to stand in front of the future? Sitting in front of me is the future of our country. They look so innocent, so pure, so bright. And we, not just as leaders, but as parents, as teachers, as community members, have an awesome responsibility to ensure that this future shines brighter and brighter and brighter. I have been Member of Parliament before that, and my manners, I'm sorry. My apologies. I always go into the thing and know. Show respect to. I'm excited to tell them some things, you know. So I want to thank the board, chaired by Mr. Stone, for your invitation. And I also want to thank the principal, Ms. Christine Monroe Walters, and also your vice principals, Mrs. Sterling Williams and Mrs. Stewart Sebastian. Also want to pay respects to the parents who are here, members of the North Central community, as well as all the persons who have made presentations so far and those to come. Now that we have gotten the formalities out of the way, I have been Member of Parliament for approximately 2 years and 9 months. If you listen to some people, it sounds like me there for 10 years. But it's only been 2 years. And I can say that since my time, I've been very inspired and motivated by the work of the Chapleton Primary School, its staff and its teachers, and also its students. One of the first challenges we found, I don't know if you remember Miss Monroe, was the fact that the school was not secure. You guys remember that? Remember that we never used to have a fence at the front. And Ms. Monroe and I worked very hard with the Ministry of Education to ensure that now the school finally is secure. But there's a bigger problem. Chapleton Primary School is a shift school. No, so. I went to a shift school. I went to Maypen Primary. And I wasn't lucky enough to go to Chapleton Primary. But we know that as good as Chapleton Primary is doing now, if we can get Chapleton Primary off the shift system, they will start doing even much better. So I don't know if you're aware, but the government has decided that we're going to build a brand new Chapleton Primary School. You might not be happy with the next sentence though. You think I should tell them? It might not be in Chapleton, it might be down at Summerfield. So here's the reason why. Let me explain. You need at least 5 acres of land to have a proper school. So if you notice, Chapleton Primary does not have a play field. Am I wrong? The space that the students have to do extracurricular activities is not there. We cannot expand Chapleton Primary where it is now because the space is just not there. We're going to have to lick down the police station or move the road. So the plan is, when I was Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, I worked with Minister Williams and we visited right beside the center down in Summerfield, where we're planning to build a brand new school and we're not going to change the name. Why is it that site is so good? The school will now have access to a proper play field. The school will also have access to the center, which has a large auditorium-like space within the center. We expect that within the next 2 to 3 years, that brand new school, which will not be a shift school, will be open for the residents and the students of North Central Clarendon. I want to say something to you, and there is no school in Kingston that don't have internet. There is no school I know in Kingston, principal, that have water problem. There is no school I know in Kingston that have a termite problem like the one you have over there. And I am a country MP. And I believe that whatever is good for the children of the parents in Kingston is good for the students and parents in my constituency. So since I've been Member of Parliament, one of the main things I've been trying to do is to improve the school infrastructure. A part of the reason why we have free Wi-Fi in the park is because I knew that a lot of the students who were coming from Chapleton Primary and Clarendon College, their parents could not afford data when they went home to get the thing off the Google Classroom to do their homework. So we ensured that the town center had free Wi-Fi. We have done work at Mount Liberty. The electrical work at Mount Liberty, Mr. Stone, we have finished that. For 2 years, the Pindars Valley School was closed. Who know about Pindars Valley? For 2 years, students of Coxon could not go to school. A lot of them transferred to Chapleton. We were able finally in September of last year to open back Pindars Valley after 2 years. Remember when Mr. Dunkley lost his life down in New Road? We were able to purchase a brand new bus for Clarendon College. So some of you who are going to Clarendon College, you will have a brand new bus. I remember when I was going to Clarendon College, we used to have a thing named Kalamazoo. You remember it, Mr. Stone? We don't have that anymore. We never had AC them days. So when you're going to school challenge quiz or football match, sometimes you have to hang your head out of the door to get some breeze. Our students don't have to suffer under that anymore. Because the same thing with the kids them in Kingston, the good things that they are getting, our students of North Central Clarendon deserve it too. There's a lot of work to be done. And I could come here and list off a million things that we have done over the last 2 years to improve education. All the scholarships that we have given to students. Last year, over 700 students from North Central Clarendon got assistance with book vouchers and back to school uniform and school fee. This year, we're trying to make it 1,000. So those of you who are going to be going on, please don't wait till it's too late to go down to the office and sign up for school fee assistance. Don't wait until the last minute because the money soon finish. So please, I'm asking your parents who are in the audience, visit the office next week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, if you need assistance with back to school. But I want to leave you this morning with something that I think is very important. And I'm going to give you a story. A man came to me one day very upset. He said to me, MP, you never do nothing for me yet. I want you to listen to me now. MP, you never do nothing for me yet. I said, what you mean? He said, you never do nothing for me yet. Look how long me a labor right. And me never get nothing from you. So I said, but your daughter never come to the office last week and me sign her up for a little thing with the Ministry of Education and she get a tablet. so she can go do her education. He said, well, my daughter can't vote. You know, you heard me say a while ago? The man said, my daughter can't vote. My grandmother could not read. Miss Rita from Woodall could not read. But she gave me everything she had so that I could get a good education. We will not lift our community unless our children are educated. And the sacrifices that you as parents have made and will continue to make may not ultimately benefit you, but it will benefit your children and your children's children, and ultimately your community and your society. I, as one member of parliament, will always focus on education first. Even though the children who get the benefit do not vote for me and may not vote for me, I know one day they will vote for a better country. I know one day they will work for a better country. I know one day one of these children who sit in front of me today may be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, may discover one of the cures for cancer, may help to develop a better world. So while the benefit that your children get may not be a personal benefit to you in many cases, it is an investment in the future. And I know I'm speaking to the wrong crowd because everybody here believes in what I'm saying. But a message needs to be sent to the society. Today we're having a day of mourning for children. The reason why Jamaica is forced to have a day of mourning for children is because our parents, our adults, our neighbors are not protecting the children. It is a shame on our society that we have to have a day of mourning for innocent children. And every single person in this audience has a responsibility. And someone older than me, so I'm not even should have lecture, because I'm a little pitney. But the Bible, it talk about the young man them and the young girl them. I remember Jesus went into the temple at 12. And we are in a temple today, and I think I can give you a message. Though many of you are my parents and my aunts, that we need to reinforce and we need to recommit ourselves to protecting our children. And the last thing I want to say before I step off, could all the fathers put an hand up in the air? All the male guardians who are here to celebrate their children, please put an hand up in the air. Could the ladies give the men here today a round of applause? Thank you, gentlemen. A lot of our fathers have abandoned their children. Money don't raise picnic. So though you may be a father and you send a little thing a week time, that is not raising a child. And I'm asking all the men here today to encourage your brothers to start spending more time with their children. Do not leave it to the mothers alone to raise children. Children were born with two parents. They need two parents to grow. We have a crisis in Jamaica where a lot of our men do not see it important to even come to the graduation of their children. But when they pick the bus and turn big and start make money, them are the first one I go take a picture with them. I am asking all the ladies in here, encourage the men to start playing a better role, because a lot of the children who are in prison, when you ask them what kind of household you grew up in, and say, that boss, yeah, my mother grew up. I don't know my father never did it. We need our men to step back into the lives of our children. I have asked principal to tell me who are the top boy and the top girl from this school. Because when we know who the top boy and top girl is, we will ensure that whatever school they are going, we will pay all their school fee, buy all their books, and buy all their uniform. So principal and I have a very good relationship. So she know a promise made is a promise kept. Because we don't make promises, we make commitments. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of the kids. Love you all. Have a wonderful afternoon and God bless you.
Thank you. We will certainly have a good morning and a good afternoon now. And I hope that when Sir was speaking, you were taking notes, because it's when you take the notes, you can hold him accountable, because you said me did write it down. And I hope the teachers will assist our principal in what him said. Can you imagine? Top boy, top girl. Anybody in here wish them a top boy, top girl? Woo! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! All of me wish me I did top boy or top girl. Oh, word. But guess what? That is good news. And congratulations to that student when the time comes. Miss can't provide that information right now, so we're going to hurry up and get out of here because I want to win the bet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another JCDC finalist. This is for a finalist. She did go a town too, don't it? Yes, man. And she did perform. Parish finals. Yes, man. And so we have another stalwart who is representing. And not only she representing, but guess what? I recognized something about her recently, that she's also going to be. Anybody ever go out and have the people them where come and them welcome you and them carry you around? What you call them? A chaperone? What you call a chaperone, Mrs. Morgan? Who? And that? Yes. And she did such a wonderful job. So can you imagine having something else, and that doesn't have to be our dream, you know, but having something else that she can do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming down nicely. And so put your hands together for, we see our father around the back. You want to call out her name, Daddy? Call out her name, man. Jade Holness.
Be a Better Man by P. Watson Ferron. Me say me neighbor have one little shiny eye boy where them call cool. Me say every day she want the little boy before him go to school. She say, make sure you learn the golden rule. Little boy, try your best and not turn no fool. Remember, say more you to learn to read and write. And me no send you go to school for broke no fight. Come here, boy. Me say you no fi beg nobody nothing. Next thing them want fi beg you back something. Satisfied with when me have to give you until better come. This a serious talk. To them nah drink no rum. Come here, boy. Stop peeping at people yard. For this can't help you. For by this, you will turn any millionaire. Cool. You see how hard me poor thing have to hustle on the street? Me have to look for goods and things to make you get something to eat. The police them back at me through streets and lane. Me have to run with me goods them like Asafa and Usain. So go to school. Be the best you can. Nobody come turn no Mr. Dan. For later on, I want you to be a better man. You hear what me say? Later on, I want you to be a better man.
All right. So, I could do the last part. You hear what me say? For later on. So parents, just point to the ones them graduating up here and say it to them. You hear? And the girls, we gonna generalize. When we say better man, we mean better girl, better everything. You understand? Because that is one of the dreams of all parents. If you mean your children well, it no matter how good job will be, you realize you want them to be better than you are. And that is the reason why you do what you do, because we want our children to be better. So students of today, I want to say congratulations. And you have to just put on your pencil in your yard, you see? And put it on come here. So when you go high school, a pen, strictly pen. But the pen's a reminder from primary school. Here? All right. So take time. I want to give her a big round of applause for me. I remember what me say. So when me come down, me remember, nobody think me forget. Me not forget yet. So parents, let us point to the front and let us do the last part of the poem. You hear. Talk up your thing. Say it again. We don't do a face to man. We don't remember no more. Remember no more. You hear what me say? Jane, what you say? What you say? What you did say? Me don't remember either. Later, aye, thanks, ready. You hear what me? Later on, due to be. Say to it, girl, and because they feel, say just the boy pick now when you talk to. Later on, start from later on. Later on, when you do your face, I want to know if be talk truth. Big up on yourself, your parents. Thank you very much, Jade. Thank you so much. All right, so we're moving on. And at this point in time, we're going to be hearing from our principal as she brings her report.
Madam Chairman, Mrs. Karma Campbell-Hibbert, Chairman, Board of Management, Mr. Hassett Stone, Mrs. Sisling Goldburn, Vice Chairman of the Board of Management, other members of the school board, Vice Principals, Mrs. Vivian Sterling Williams and Mrs. Charmaine Stewart Sebastian, guest speaker, Mrs. Abigail James, the Honorable Robert Nesta Morgan, Member of Parliament for Clarendon Central and Minister without portfolio with responsibility for information, general academic staff and support staff, proud parents, graduates, specially invited guests, past students, representatives of the PT executive, friends, or online viewers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I join the board chairman in welcoming you to the graduation ceremony of Chapleton Primary School to celebrate with the 2023 graduating class. It's a good feeling to be back in this chapel this morning, taking in the familiar sights and scents. Please listen carefully as I present the report for the academic year 2022-2023. I'll do my best to be as concise as possible. A graduation ceremony is always such a special occasion, the culmination of years of hard work. So it is only fitting today that we commemorate the road that we have all traveled together. Henry Ford wisely said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success." As we look back over the last few months, certainly there was a beginning, and thankfully there is also progress. And yes, undeniably, we have been successful. The academic year 2022-23 officially began on September 5, 2022. The Chapleton Primary School family started the Christmas term the same way we ended the previous academic year, with all classes being held face-to-face. All classes, however, still maintained the WhatsApp groups for general communication, and we would later see how beneficial these groups were, how valuable the groups would have become to all of us. The term began for the staff on Wednesday, August 24. We were also at school on the 25th, and from Monday, August 29 through to Wednesday, August 31, we had orientation sessions for grades 1 to 6 students. Having finalized all our timetables, with special emphasis on the specialist teacher model, and having all the required staff for the start of the new school year, we began. The newest additions to the school family were Miss Centresia Jackson, who worked for 8 months in a vacancy created by Mrs. Charmaine Sebastian, who went on leave. While Mrs. Sebastian was on leave, Mrs. Brown, now Mrs. Brown Lopez, acted. Miss Tashana Foster was employed for 8 months to fill the vacancy that was created as a result of Mrs. Janine Sampson Bailey being on vacation leave. Please note, everyone, that Miss Jackson, Centresia Jackson, has worked with us before in 2 different 8-month stints and was re-employed when the vacancy arose due to her work ethics. Though Miss Foster should have stayed until the end of April 23, her tenure at Chapleton Primary School came to a premature end due to more security of tenure in another institution. Student enrollment. In September, at the end of September, we had 433 students enrolled, 221 boys, 212 girls, with the biggest cohort being grade 2 with 96 students. Staffing. Chapleton Primary School started the academic year with a staff complement of 24 academic staff members, 1 administrative staff, 2 ancillary workers, and 2 cooks. The staff complement includes 2 vice principals, 2 guidance counselors, an enrichment center manager, a teacher of physical education. Of the 24 teachers, 4 are senior teachers. For the academic year, the grade coordinators and assistant coordinators were Mrs. Katrina Caballero Mackenzie, Miss Erica Barnett, Mrs. Donna Marie Perkins Miller, Mrs. Kenisha Redwood, Mrs. Loy Meeks Wright, and Mr. Anthony Watson for the grades 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, respectively. As a school, we have had reasons to celebrate, such as the fact that Mrs. Caballero Mackenzie and Mrs. Kemisha Morgan successfully completed a mentorship program initiated by the Jamaica Teaching Council and were each awarded a certificate of competence. The principal, Mrs. Monroe Walters, received an award at the Clarendon Parish Honors and Awards held on Monday, October 17, 2022 at the Maypen Courthouse, Ground 7th Road, Maypen, for her contribution to education in Clarendon. Mr. Anthony Watson welcomed a baby girl. Her name is Antonique. Mrs. Morgan successfully completed a professional certificate course in special education at Church Teachers College. Mrs. Brown Lopez and Mrs. Caballero Mackenzie completed a course in teaching the 21st century learner certified by the JTC. Miss Brown got married and is now Mrs. Brown Lopez. Mrs. Kemisha Morgan and Mrs. Monroe Walters were appointed as Justices of the Peace for Clarendon in the month of March. Mr. Thomas took some students to the DA Sports at Clarendon College, and approximately 11 of these students were selected to represent the parish of Clarendon, and so they went on to do so at the National Stadium. Can we give all of those, acknowledge those by clapping? Thank you. In regards to general information, please note, General Assembly is held at school on Mondays and Fridays, house devotion on Tuesdays, gender devotion on Wednesdays, and class devotion on Thursdays. Club meetings are held on Fridays at 11:30 and 4:15 respectively on each shift. We have reintroduced the Stars and Merit system in an effort to inculcate and maintain standards of excellence in our students. We have revamped the school's house system, and as a result, the new names are Morrison, Brown, and Golding, named after 3 past principals. We want to garner greater interest in our students to the contribution that they can make to the school in this area. We have also revisited the clubs and societies with a view to reviving them and creating greater student interest. Our investiture service was held on November 1, 2022, where we saw 22 prefects, plus 13 girls and 9 boys, and 16 peer counselors, 8 boys and 8 girls being badged. A series of capacity building sessions were held for our parents, addressing various needs and skills, and these sessions led up to Parents' Day. The school successfully staged its Founders' Day event on January 16, 2023. We marched from the foot of Salem Hill, Jags Road to be exact, that's the original site of the school, into the town, led by Clarendon College School Band. We started the Easter term as we ended, with grades 1, 2, and 3 on the morning shift, and grades 4, 5, and 6 on the afternoon shift. However, there is a shift change on Monday, February 6, 2023. On January 5, 2023, we had our usual students' performance reviews. This began with a PTA meeting at 9 a.m., and then the parents and teachers' consultation began at 10. I made a little comparison between the attendance of parents in 2022 and 2023, and I'll cite 2 of the examples. For grade 3, in 2022, 43% of our parents attended, and this year, 90% attended. For grade 4, 64% attended, and in 2023, 97% attended. And the final example I'll give, grade 6, in 2022, 68% of parents attended, and for this year, 97% of parents attended. Clap our parents. Congratulations are also in order for the students who enter the JCDC Festival of the Performing Arts, the speech finals, in March of 2023. The students did extremely well, with all pieces being written by Mrs. Pauline Watson-Ferron. Could you stand, Mrs. Ferron? And I'm asking her to stand, because today might be the day when we see her for the last time for many months to come, as she is officially going off on retirement. Mrs. Ferron, I am going to miss you. The students got 1 bronze, 4 silver, and 2 gold medals. As I said, all pieces were written by her. And as I said just now, approval has been granted for Mrs. Ferron to be given 202 days earned vacation leave on full salary with effect from September 1. As at August 31, 2023, her retirement date kicks in. We have concluded our teacher appraisal activity for the year 2022-23. However, we are completing the document. The team leaders are currently doing that. The Ministry of Education and Youth has been addressing our concerns regarding the state of our main building and other areas of our school, and is currently engaged in repairing the windows and doors of the main building. You'll have heard the MP speak to a number of other things that have happened since then, and they are visible, tangible evidence. Ramps have been placed at strategic points on the compound to facilitate a wheelchair-bound student who was recently admitted to our school. The ramps will also serve to benefit others. The school successfully staged another fun day, which was held on May 12, 2023. Our rally of the classes, which was scheduled to be held on Friday, May 26, had to be cancelled due to circumstances beyond our control. I want to use the opportunity to thank all our parents and staff who contributed, and we intend to use the funds towards improving the aesthetic appeal of our school plans. You will see the evidence of the contribution you made. In regards to condolences, Mrs. Karma Campbell-Hibbert on the loss of her uncle, who was like a father to her. Mrs. Caballero Mackenzie, who lost her aunt. Mrs. Kemisha Morgan, grade 4 teacher, who lost her husband. Mr. Jermaine Thomas, teacher of physical education, who lost his brother due to an illness. And I want us to remember Jordan at this time and continue to pray for Jordan, our student of grade 2, Hibbert, who is still in the Bustamante Hospital for Children. He recently had a surgery done on his brain. I spoke with him yesterday. His mother video called me, and I'm happy to say that Jordan is now talking. Let's clap that. Let's give God praise and thanks for that. Because 2 weeks ago, Jordan wasn't uttering a word. He was so ill. And now he's speaking. The following were some of the school activities that took place between September and April 2023. School Leaders Investiture Service, CPS Parents Day, Awards Ceremony, Carol Service, Superfund Day, Staff Luncheon, Jeans Day. All these events, I'm sure, bring back members of some sort to everybody. DA Sports, or final PTA meeting for the school year, Teachers Day out on excursion, Boys and Girls Day, Children's Day, Grade 3 diagnostic tests, Grade 5 PEP PT performance tasks, and Grade 4 performance tasks. In regards to PEP 6, the current cohort of 70, as you're seeing here now, students, sat the first component of the PEP 6 on Tuesday, February 16, 2023. This component, that's the ability test, was quite an uneventful one. We had a child from St. Augustine who used our center to sit his test. All right? Another component, which is the performance tasks, were administered on Wednesday, March 22 and Thursday, March 23. And then these same students sitting before us, looking so beautiful, sat the curriculum-based tests, which were administered on Wednesday, April 26 and Thursday, April 27. We expect good results from many or most of our students. Clap them, my man, clap them. It has been a good year for many of them. Intervention programs. Based on the administration of the IDRI, and parents love to ask, what is IDRI, miss? Informal Diagnostic Reading Inventory. That was administered in December 2022. And the results show that 74% of grade 1 students, 79% of grade 2, and 50% of grade 3 were reading below their grade level. I hope you heard the figures. And in order to improve the literacy, the following programs were instituted in January of this year. Students were grouped according to their reading levels and taught reading during the first session each day. A spelling competition was launched, which involves all students at grades 1, 2, and 3. Students were given words to spell based on their reading levels. The aim of this competition was to help students become proficient in spelling words at least one grade level above their current reading levels. A reading competition was launched at the end of the spelling competition. And reading classes were offered for grades 1 to 3 students from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Mondays to Fridays. Unfortunately, due to limited space, only a few students who were reading below their grade level could have been accommodated. It has been a year which saw us giving particular attention to the literacy development of our students, especially at the lower primary level. Mrs. Sterling Williams, Vice Principal for the lower primary school, spearheaded a spelling competition, which was quite fruitful. And she made the students feel special, as these students were presented with trophies at the end of the period. We saw real progress in those grade 1 students, grade 2 and 3 students also. As the Ministry of Education and Youth intensifies its efforts to improve student performance in literacy and numeracy at grades 4 and 6, it rolled out several initiatives designed to ensure that established national targets for literacy and numeracy are attained by 2025. For grades 4 and 6, the targets for literacy are 80%, and for numeracy is 65% and 55% respectively. The performance of students, these same students at our school, grades 4 and 6 students, during the 2018-2019 period was of great concern to the Ministry of Education and Youth, and so You may wonder why those years are mentioned. The reason is that a period marked the sitting of the last set of PET exams before the onset of COVID-19. However, in a note to the staff at the start of the school year in September 2022, the targets were reset to reflect higher percentages. As a school, we felt that employing the national standard curriculum to the best of our capabilities and setting smart objectives that would have enabled us to attain our goals. We did that and it's bearing fruit. Look at that. Report on Sports Day. Sports Day was held on Tuesday, February 21, 2023, and it was an enjoyable and competitive event. The house names have been revamped, and the fact that 2 of the past principals from whom the houses were named were able to attend, it made the day even more enjoyable. The following are some of the results. The overall winner, sorry, let's mention the overall winner. The overall winner Sports Day was Morrison House. And Morrison House was presented with the Auburn Collier Championship Trophy. That's the Red House, right? Red House, yes. Jamestown. Chapleton Primary School was one of 7 schools selected to participate in the that's Jamaica Business Town. Bistone Business of the Future competition on February 7, 2023 at Chandler Spence Primary School. After vigorous judging exercise, Chapleton Primary School was placed second. I think to this day we don't know how, we don't know why we were placed second. But as far as we were concerned, we were to place what? First place. The students were that outstanding. We didn't question it though. We took it in good stride and encouraged our students to continue to strive for excellence. The 5 students and their teachers represented the school exceptionally well. Their innovation was called the Clarendon Taxi Tracker. Each member of the 5-member team received a 5,000 gift voucher and a medal each and a trophy for the school. Teaching and learning. Student learning is influenced profoundly by the quality of the teacher as any other factor. Ensuring that every student has access to a great school demands that we focus on the quality of teachers. Our teachers, through continuous reflection and improvement, facilitate the best learning environment for the students. And you know our constraints. You heard the MP mention again the shift system and us wanting to come off shift. As the school year progressed, it was clear that many stakeholders bought into the vision and mission of the school. The administrators led the way, demonstrating a passion for excellence and quality in all spheres of school life, and an unquestionable and unrelenting focus on teaching and learning. The dedication and commitment of teachers is unquestionable. Throughout the year, they labored persistently to impart the requisite knowledge, skills, and attitudes to the students in their care. We are aware that students have varying ability levels and they will not achieve at the same rate. However, it is our intention to have them perform to their full potential. It is our intention to add value at each step of their development. This increased focus on students' performance, coupled with the use of data to drive instruction and decision-making, have been paying dividends. And we know that with this continued emphasis on data analysis and using the data constructively, we must achieve. Chapleton Primary School is on a mission to achieve academic greatness. And while my wish is not for any of us to be martyrs, we will be tenacious. Our greatest desire is to come off the shift system as we know our capabilities and how much we can accomplish if we operated on a whole day school model. The informal diagnostic reading inventory was administered in December of 2022. That's the first one for the school year. And we continue to be concerned about our students. From the summary of the IDRI, we saw that the situation was grave. It was obvious that the emphasis on literacy had to be front and center at all times, as we do believe that when the students learn to read and write, their performance in all other subjects will improve significantly. We expect that teachers will analyze the results of the specialist teaching program to determine its success. The IDRI, that's the Informal Diagnostic Reading Inventory, is currently being administered for the second time this school year to determine the extent to which our students' reading levels have improved. A few teachers have submitted the comparative picture of this already, and I must say that I am pleased. Attitude is everything, and I do believe that there are students who have come full circle to realize that they had to do things differently. More parents also came on board as they too saw the need for their child or their children to be literate. Clap yourselves, parents. And clap our students who have really improved in their performance. Clap them, man, clap parents. Thank you. Professional development. Professional development is essential to sustain the delivery of quality education, since it's through this process that the staff can upgrade their skills, maintain their currency, and interact with their colleagues at other institutions for the creation and the dissemination of new knowledge. At Chapleton Primary School, professional development is viewed as multifaceted and encompasses the following components. 1, upgrading of academic and professional qualifications. 2, participation in seminars and workshops, which may be in-house or external. And 3, participation in community service activities, which utilizes the person's professional skills and knowledge. During the year, we had at least 3 professional development workshops that were mandated by the Ministry of Education and Youth. In one way or another, these sessions were geared at capacity building for teachers, and they are better off for having attended. A lot is happening at Chapleton Primary School, and a lot more will be happening as we continue on our mission with a brighter vision. I want to thank the Board of Management for its invaluable support. I am pleased to report that throughout the year, the members all played their part in one way or another in providing support to the school. The board members ensured that they kept abreast of what was happening at school and did what was necessary to foster accountability. As principal, I wish to express thanks to Ms. Lynn for the role she played during the last tenure of the board. We wish her all the very best as she moves on to make an impact elsewhere. We welcome to the board Mr. Herschel Brown. Of course, the school is not immune to the problems which plague the education system and the wider society, and has therefore had its fair share of challenges. The level of indiscipline among some students and the unsatisfactory performance of others continue to be a cause for concern. I must say that many of our parents have been very supportive, and we continue to work together. Despite the efforts of the academic staff, stakeholder partnerships, and achievements gained, the school year would not have been the same without the contributions of our support staff. And here I'm speaking about Mrs. Elaine Prince, Miss Patricia Douglas, Miss Donna, Mr. Prince, and Miss Christine Morris, our clerical assistant. Much thanks to all of them. Thank you, Mrs. Sterling Williams, Mrs. Sebastian in her absence, the 2 vice principals, and all the teachers at Chapleton Primary Schools. You have been tested, you have been tried, but you have learned, you have grown in many ways, yet still you rise. I would like to thank the members of the Chapleton community who supported the school in so many ways, Blessings to you all in abundance. The major activities for the rest of the school year include the school's health fair to be held on June 30, 2023, a meeting to be held with all feeder schools on Monday, July 3. All reports will be completed and placed in the office by Monday, July 3. And the submission of the draft of the school improvement plan. That's our compass for the rest of the year, and this is due by July 17. The school year officially ends on Friday, July 7. We are uncertain at this time whether there will be a summer school, as this has not yet been discussed or finalized. I will give feedback on that soon. My final word now is to my students, my graduates. Let me say to all of you, you're looking at me? Sit up, Lysandra. Right, sit up, man. Right. Let me say that I firmly believe that you have acquired the knowledge and the skills to make you functional as you go on to high school. With the knowledge and the skills you gained here at this institution and your commitment to lifelong learning, I am confident, we are confident, that you will continue to persevere in order to reap success. We want you to recognize that society, as it currently is, need persons with backbone, and stamina, and a determination and drive to succeed. We want you, all 70 of you, to be the best that you can be. Sit up, Jeroy. You are ready, willing, and more than able to grasp the torch that we bestow upon you. May your years ahead continue to be characterized by empathy, compassion, objectivity, and a willingness to take risks, thus maximizing your opportunities. May you always lead by example and work hard. May your successes be many and your tribulations be very few or far between. We wish you everything that you so richly deserve in the years ahead. It really has been an honor for me and a privilege to watch you as you progress over time. Some of you made minimal steps or little steps, some of you made huge steps. I want to remind you, students, that you're all created for excellence, that you are as good as any, better than many, inferior to none. I am excited about the future for each of you. You have so much potential to be all that you can be. I usually find it hard to say goodbye to the students. It can be a pretty sad time for me. However, life goes on, and I take comfort in being sure that all of you can flourish. There's a big world out there waiting for your talents. Please keep in touch with the school. We will always be glad to see you, and we're always anxious to hear about your accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Principal. Keep the applause going, and we're now going to invite our valedictorian, Deputy Head Girl, Renee McCray.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to be associated with the protocols already established. It's a pleasure to have you celebrate this memorable occasion with us, because we have just ended an episode in our lives, and now we are about to start a new chapter. I am Renee McCray, and I am honored to stand before you as the valedictorian of our graduating class. Before I proceed any further, I want to take a few moments to say a big thank you to God Almighty for his continuous guidance and protection, and for carrying us through each and every day. Thank you, parents and guardians, for your support and your patience. You were there encouraging and guiding us through good and bad times. It was never easy, but you made a sacrifice so that we are able to attend school. Thanks for not giving up on us. We will continue to strive for excellence and make you proud. We express our appreciation to our principal, Mrs. Monroe Walters. We will never forget how much you instilled in us the concept of self-control and how you went the extra mile to ensure that the right morals and values were instilled in us. Thank you, Mrs. Walters. A big thank you to all the teachers who have invested their time, effort, and brain power into shaping us to become better individuals. To the academic staff members, you have impacted our lives in ways that cannot be expressed. Thank you to the cooks who take the time out to prepare meals every day. Your service to this institution has not gone unnoticed, and we're very grateful for everything you have done for us. Thanks, Mr. Prince and Miss Douglas, who have been doing an awesome job taking care of the school grounds and making sure that our restrooms were in sanitary state. All of the great memories we have at Chapleton Primary School are unforgettable because of the persons that were there to share their moments with us, you, our friends, and classmates. The friendships we have made here will last a lifetime. Each one of us has our own unique experience at Chapleton Primary, a combination of good times and bad times, times of laughter and of joy. During this journey, we have all encountered our fair share of challenges and obstacles. We have struggled through difficult classes, countless assignments, and sleepless nights. Yet here we are today. As we advance to the next level of our education, we must never forget the importance of humility and empathy. Treating others with respect and kindness will take us further than we need it. Graduation marks the end of another chapter in our lives. I am certain that many of us are already anxious about starting the next chapter because, unlike an English book, we cannot skip through the pages of life to see how long the next chapter is going to be. I would like to remind you that we are all unique and we have different abilities. We must try to be the best version of ourselves rather than trying to copy others. We must realize our full potential and strive towards self-improvement. I promise you that the best decision you will ever make is to become the best version of you. Fellow graduates, we must put in our minds that graduation day is not the end. Instead, the beginning, a stepping stone towards the next chapter of our lives. I'm sure you will agree. Waking up on Monday morning was never an easy task. Preparing for a PEP examination was so challenging, but we persevered. As our school motto says, perseverance brings success. I'm aware that school can be challenging at times, and it is easy to become overwhelmed by the strain and pressure. However, I want you to keep in mind that you are capable of accomplishing fantastic things. Remember, we are created for excellence. Never let obstacles or setbacks keep you back. Keep moving forward. Have faith in your talents. We have learned, laugh, love, gotten into trouble, stand tall, and show the world what we are made of. When the world beat us down, we should find a reason to get back up. Never give up. Try, and try again. Let's feed our minds with ideas of success, not failure. Remember, the only way we fail is if we give up. We are not weak. We are powerful. We are not ordinary. We are remarkable. Do not give up. I encourage us to have a growth mindset, to never stop learning, and always keep pushing forward. No matter what challenges come our way, give it our best and our dreams will come to reality. Success is ours. Let us go for our dream. It is yours. During our time at Chapleton Primary, we met so many people. We made lasting friendships and lots of memories. I can remember the time when I just came to this institution, and now I'm graduating. 6 years passed quickly. Although our journey will take different directions, we should never forget what we have learned here. Before I close, I will leave a stanza of poem with you. Hey, black child, be what you can be, learn what you must learn, do what you can do, and tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be. Congratulations, grade 6, we have made it. One hurdle down, many more to go. When we leave here today, let us celebrate what we have accomplished. Being an inspiration to others, let us remember our school core values. Use them to guide us as we continue on our journey. I wish each of us success in whatever we do. Remember, let us bloom where we are planted. We will accomplish tremendous things. Thank you.
Wonderful. Come here, no man. No long talking. Go on, we're up on the clock. Take that. You look nice, don't it? All right, go on. Good job. Renee McCray. Woo! All right. Sometime throughout this speech, I feel a little electric. I should wake up and go on again. All right? But now that we are up, we are at the time we are going to be hearing from our graduates. Please stand. Oh, please sit down back. Yes, good exercise. Thank you very much, graduates. It's a climb. All right, just to check if we are still here. Let me see it now. Yet? All right, we're still here. So we are now going to be welcoming Mrs. Donna Marie Perkins Miller to come and introduce our guest speaker for this morning. Well on, Miss. Well on. I will not get that. I will not ramp with it. Do better. Yes. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I would like to be associated with the protocols already established. I've been entrusted with the task of introducing the guest speaker, Mrs. Abigail James. Abigail James' mantra is service above self, and this has helped to shape the sterling contribution that she has made to her school, church, and community. She has earned the respect of her students, colleagues, and partners in academia. The philosophy that Abigail has adopted is, your ultimate goal in life is to become your best self. Your immediate goal is to get on the path that will lead you there. This has an indelible mark on her students and empowered her to explore new frontiers in their personal development. She does not shy away from challenges, and while she's interacting with her students, she devotes boundless energy to honing her craft. Mrs. James has an eclectic set of skills which promote excellence and has been recognized for this ability. She has been awarded the prestigious title Teacher of the Year on 4 occasions, including this academic year, and this is a testament to her tenacity and zest for learning, which is infectious. Abigail has distinguished herself as an outstanding business educator. She holds a degree in management and accounting, a postgraduate diploma in education and training, and a Master of Arts in teaching. She subsequently completed the NSEL course for aspiring principals in 2017. Mrs. James is infused with the desire to excel and is passionate about teaching and learning. Abigail's pleasant disposition, sharp wit, exuberance, and love for animated conversations have endeared her to everyone, particularly her students, who bestow her with accolades as soon as the opportunity presents itself. Mrs. James is a master of the classroom and enjoys the interactions with her students immensely. They, in turn, benefit from the humor she interjects in her lessons. Mrs. James is also innovative and resourceful and makes personal sacrifices to build her team spirit. When the grade level was in need of funds, she woke up very early in the morning, makes a huge pot of soup, puts it in her car, and prepared for her soup sale. It was sold off in minutes. It is out of this enterprise that she has earned the nickname Soupy. After contributing to her school in so many tangible ways, she still finds time to pass on her extraordinary crochet skills to girls who are interested after school. Apart from teaching, Abigail enjoys cooking, making doilies and booties, and spending quality time with her family and friends. She is a proud parent of a son, Jethro, who is a young adult. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Abigail James.
Chairman and members of the board of Chapleton Primary, Minister Robert Nestor Morgan, MP, Principal, Vice Principal, staff, parents, friends, and well-wishers of the graduating class of 2023. Is it still morning? Good morning. Good morning. Members of the graduating class of 2023, good morning. And my heartiest congratulations to you. I realize I've been set up to behave because I don't have much here. So I'm going to behave. I'm known not to behave. I'm just putting out that disclaimer there. So if you see my head chip, I will try and remember to behave. It is my pleasure and my honor to share with you this special moment. You have reached another milestone in your life, and you are now looking forward to going off to big school to further your education. When I got the invitation from your principal, we have been colleagues for a while, I jumped at it, and then I had to meditate on the theme, Yet Still I Rise. And your chairperson went into some of my speech already, but it's okay. Confirmation. Now there are several meanings to the yet, but I just want to stick to the in spite of. And I don't know you personally, but what I do know is that I know life, and that life is going to throw some challenges at you. And you're going to have to rock back into yourself and say, in spite of, I will rise. Now, what's the passing grade at school? Students, answer me. What's the passing grade? 70%. So an A is a good grade, a B is okay, a C, you barely pass, and what is the D? Answer me. You fail. Now, I want to talk to you quickly about just 2 Ds in life that I want you to avoid. But they will come, but you have to rise above them. The first big D is distraction. The phone, the social media. And I don't know that one. And let me, hey, yes, you know it. The social media. And everybody on social media doing everything. But let me tell you something, and parents, you can agree with me. If you sit down on TikTok, you drift the whole day, don't you? Just drift. Yeah, I know everything where young people in a drift. Me all a drift too. You will drift till night. And you don't get any work done. Talk truth. Now, parents, this is where you step in. And you have to govern things. I know you want to give them nice, expensive smartphones to go to high school. Nothing is wrong with that. But govern it. The other day, we had somebody make a presentation at our school. I teach at an all-girls school. And the revelation was that the third top addiction in the world was the use of the cell phone. It was right there behind pornography. The cell phone is addictive. It will distract you that you cannot do any work. You want to see reaction out of these children? Let the Wi-Fi drop. I remember one day the Wi-Fi dropped at home and my son fly out of the room. I couldn't get him out of the room the whole day. Mommy, the Wi-Fi! The Wi-Fi! The boy screaming like a girl. What happened to the Wi-Fi? I must call Digicel. What happened to the Wi-Fi? This big tough boy. I get, look at the little girl who burned down the place because they took away the phone. It is an addiction. It can be a good thing, boys and girls. but it can be a bad thing. You're going off to high school. The workload is different. When you go home, once mommy and daddy know that you're home and safe, lock off that phone. You're not emergency. You're not police. You're not nurse nor doctor. Lock it off and get some work done. Parents, they are your investment. Don't leave them up for cell phone to grow them. Govern it. So in spite of the distractions that are there, I want you to rise above it. The second D, I promise you I won't be long, is doubt. That belief that you can't do it. I've heard several of your classmates, whether in their poem or in their speech, talking about not giving up. Let me tell you something about me. You hear that wonderful thing, I have a bachelor's in this and a bachelor's in that? I cannot add to save my life. You asked me to count past 10 and I start to get nervous. I am that one who's going to have to clap them chest and say 5, 6, 7, 8, and I don't shame. I am that one who go through high school wondering how you must add the alphabet and get a number. It don't make sense. A, B, Y plus 3, this give you a number. No, it's alphabet that. I did not pass one maths test in high school. I talk the truth. I didn't pass it. I struggled. But when it reached CXC time, somebody's phone fell in the aisle. When it reached CXC time, I was determined that my parents work hard. My father was a farmer and a hustling farmer. My mother was a teacher and she helped on the farm. And she showed me her corns in her hands. She said, listen to me, don't let these corns, don't let this hard work go to waste. Boys and girls, your parents are depending on you to come out and do it right. I got a 2 for maths at CXC, are the best 2 in the world. But I doubted myself and my ability. Part of the doubt also was that while at school, I thought I was the ugliest child ever. Yeah, my head did dry. The nose grow left the rest of the face, so they call me Aki nose. When everybody was getting nice boobies, my chest was flat like the chair back. Yes. And they used to call me all kind of names. There were a set of girls who said to me, you are going to be my helper. That's what they said to me. Yes, but here I am today. I have 6 CXC, 1 degree, 1 master's, 1 postmaster's, and I'm eyeing the PhD. I am vice principal and nobody's helper. You do not allow anybody, nobody, to use negative words and calm you down. You will feel it sometime, you know, because you're human. You're going to feel a way, but you have to look into yourself and say, I am a good person. And let me tell you something, parents. No, use your mouth and curse your own children. The Bible said death and life is where? In the power of the tongue. And you're going to, everybody stop right there at the scripture. But the other part of the scripture says, you're going to eat the fruit of it. Whatever you say. So some of you may not be religious and don't believe in God. I just speak things in the universe. I don't business what you want to do. I'm not here to preach denomination and religion. But anything you say with your mouth, you're going to get it. So don't tell the children, me sorry me have you. When you was having funds, you're never sorry. So now that they're here, lock them up, they are yours already. My son is 22. Lord, I didn't want 10 children, but the Lord knows best. He stopped me at 1 because that boy is 10 in 1. Get trouble here, hey. And then him father can't manage the trouble, so you know, so I have to use my 2-ton self and control that. Because I said to the Lord, based on what the Bible said, you said, my seed shall be great in the earth. You never given up pity for sorrow. But if you kneel down upon him in prayer, so parents, you have to pray over your children. Do not curse them. You're ugly like, you favor you behave like you. No, they are yours. Even if they do something wrong, say to them, say, listen to me. You're smarter than that. Why are you behaving like that? I'm the first one who tell you, I don't spoil children, But the first one, I will grab them. Yeah. Beat them, forget grab no one. I don't say beat them and kill them. But sometimes, yeah, they make your head cheap, not such your parents. And you just grab them and flash them like a pit bull. But you're not going to kill them. Treat the youths right, or you'll be playing with dynamite. These 70-odd students here, they are your investment. And you have to invest in them. Children live what they learn. So if you want them to be good human beings, you have to speak good over them as well. In my closing, I tell you I wasn't going to be long. Boys and girls, look at me. Every morning, practice it. If you don't even have a mirror for yourself, turn the phone camera and look for yourself. Say to yourself, your nice, clean self, what God give you. Say to yourself, I can do what? All things through Christ who strengthens me. Say to yourself, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. All of us won't be brown. Some of us will be dark and lovely, just the same. Not all of us will be slim. Some of us will have to be fluffy. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. All of us will not wear size 7 shoes. Me plant a nice 10. Hey! Lunchtime over here? Yeah, but with tongue firm. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the head and I am not the tail. You are nobody's tail. You don't follow back on up. Oh, sorry. You don't follow behind anyone. I'm trying to be proper and behave. I am blessed and highly favored. And the biggest one. No weapon formed against me shall what? Prosper. Every morning you say to yourself, every single morning, you tell yourself that. Step out in confidence. Be obedient to your parents. And watch, oh God, bless, ordain, and order your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Woo! It's such a feel. All right. Now we're going to be moving on because somebody said definitely I lose the bet, but you realize why I'm going to lose it this morning. But I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to talk to the person who we did go in the bet with. All right, so parents, you take care of something from that? Yes. Children, you get your part from that? Yes. You sure? Yes. All right, wonderful. Now, usually we'll go through the questions and giveaways, but we're going to be moving right along. So I'm going to be inviting Mrs. Cato and Mrs. Wright to come right now to present our certificates to our graduates. So get ready. Miss Kaba, you could have go and play a little music while we move from the center. See, Miss Kaba, you like that something? You could have played something. But they wanted me fire, but because I re-energized today and still I rise. I mean, I don't want to make me start singing, you know. Because I don't want to run with nobody at all. Oops. We say oops? Oh. Mrs. Keto and Mrs. Right behind me? Right.
Grade 6 down. Camille Codlin. Camille Codlin. Terona Anderson. Ainsworth Theron. Tasika Chambers. Nikkei Hall.
I was born with everything I need to.
Jerona Duncan.
I know I've got it all, more than my eyes can see. And I know I rule my destiny. So no matter how I try,
Jamali Harding.
you can never change my mind. I know we've got a distance fly. So can I.
Lasandra Gale. Gerald Lovelace.
There's a fact they can't deny. If caterpillars can fly.
Harikwa Levy. Before we continue, we are going to be asking the parents to please get out of the way and allow your child to come and collect his or her certificate. We're still waiting on the parents, and we are not going to be continuing until you get out of the way. Robin Taylor. Kimoya McCray. Kenny Watts. Jamila Page. Jamalee Williamson. Sashana Pink. Justin Wright. Sheena Spence. Jada Strauss. Ladies and gentlemen, grade 6 Farrell. Mr. Watson, please come forward. Grade 6 Watson. J. Roy Benjamin. Deandra Blair.
I was born with everything brains inside my mind to set me free. I know I've got this down more than my eyes can see. And I know I use my destiny.
Benjamin Palmer.
You can never change my mind. I know it's part of this
Akila Drummond. Ryan Pennington. Tanya Foreman. William Plummer. Terry Ann Harvey. Cardo Price.
I'm a big deal. I'm a friend, I'm a big deal. Yeah, we're kind of important. I'm a big deal. My friends are some big deals. Very, very important.
Johnny C. James.
This has nothing to do with money or fame or vanity. This one is all about self-worth.
Anthony Richards. Brianna Lawrence. Chevelle Rose. Shane. Natavia Willery.
This one is all about self-worth.
Ladies and gentlemen, grade 6, Watson. Benny, please come forward. Grade 6, Benny. Terence Brown. Alicia Allen. Levon Campbell. Shamilia Cole. Kurian Dunstan. Jade Holness. Tian Harvey. Sheikha Lennox. Sean Osborne. Chevanice Lewis. Lemar Thomas. Antonia Smith. Kira Thomas. Kalisha Walters. Sean Williams. Christina Woolery. Ladies and gentlemen, grade 6, Bennett. Mrs. Brown Lopez. Grade 6, Brown Lopez. Nathan Bachelor. Ray Allison. Samuel Gardner. Lacey and Burrs. John Hill. Chrisana Christie. Dwayne McLean. Kayla Graham. Roshane Smith. Ronnie McCray. Dominique Thomas. Tiana McFarlane. Kenardo Webb. Santoya Page. Harry Tracy. Ronald Williams. Shanice Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, Six Brown Lopez. Thank you, Mrs. K2. Thank you, Ms. Keta and Mrs. Wright. All right, so while we're enjoying the music, Still I Rise by Yatanya. Yeah. All right. Still I Rise. Eternal. Yeah. You find her? Not yet. So go ahead. All right. We might ask one person to come back along with their teacher, but until then, we move right along. Right now, we're going to be having a tributing song to the graduates from the board and staff of Chapleton Primary. You're going to find that, Miss Cover? You find her? All right, hold on, Miss Cover. Hold on. Let me look at the picture. All right, hold on. You can... Miss Bennett? You can't go over? Can you go over to that side? Miss Bennett, please, we're going to ask you to do it again. You have been doing so well. Come. I'm not sure if it is that little one. The one who gave her the hug. I think it's him. You, Joshan. No, Joshan. I think it's Joshan. Come, yes. All right, so Joshan, we're just going to have you to have a retake. Now come up a little bit more. Hold it at the bottom, Joshua. Nice.
Hold on. What, that box, go step back. Here it behind. All right. Mama, you take long. Good. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Bennett, and thanks, Vashon. All right. So we're ready now. So now we'll be having the tribute in song, and this is to the graduates from the board and the staff of Chapleton Primary School. We're going to ask you all to take a listen to the message, and I hope you'll get it. All right? Let's do that. Mr. Thomas? Ooh. And like always, your song, you can take a rock on it. You can't hold your word. Yours but me stand up. But Jesus. You know the chorus? Parents, you know the chorus? But go sing for them. It can take you anywhere. Who's to say that we can? It's the same dream that we share. Oh. It can take you anywhere. Come no parents, 2 times. When you put your heart in it, it can take you. Who's to say that we can? It's the same dream that we share. Keep on believing. Mr. Thomas, now tell me something not sing so good that you turn off the mic. Come here, I wonder why they might look for me saying, what they need to hear nothing. Oh, all right. So, Mr. Abigail, Mrs. James, can I tell you, I don't know if the belt I was wearing and the girdles and the things they want me have on here when they said, somebody got to be fluffy, everything just busts. So, after me not go like the cute, but yes, still. Yes, all right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at that time. We are going to be having a presentation of a grant and this will be done and given to you by our principal, Mrs. Monroe Walters. Come make we hear who are going to get this. We're going to put our hands together and then on a clap even bigger when we hear the names.
Good afternoon again, everyone. At this time in our program each year, we make presentations to the graduates. For example, top performer in the core subjects, among other awards. Now we know that the PEP results are not yet released. It will be done today though, so by later on we'll all know where our students have been placed. Despite that, I am pleased today to announce that for the past 2 years, we have been presenting an award to a male student, courtesy of Mrs. Sonia Lopez, former board chairman, in honor of her husband, Mr. Lloyd George Lopez. She has specifically asked that the bursary be presented to a boy who has shown marked improvement throughout the academic year. And this boy should show much promise, and this boy should also be one who is in financial need. I'm going to ask Mrs. Brown Lopez to come to symbolically present the award. This boy has no idea, and we're hoping he doesn't collapse in the church this afternoon. This year, the award of 30 followed by 3 more zeros, goes to Great Ainsworth Farron. Ainsworth Farron, you should have seen the expression. He is shocked. His father is here. Ainsworth Farron. They are symbolically giving him an envelope, and afterwards his parents should come to us for his bursary of $30,000. Congratulations, Ainsworth. There is also a bursary. I'm going to invite Mrs. Sterling Williams. There is also a bursary courtesy of Mrs. Hazel Brown, past principal of this prestigious institution. This award is also for a female, it's for a female who has shown marked improvement, similar characteristics to the one for the boy, shows much promise, and is also in need financially. This girl also has no idea. And today, I'm pleased to announce this bursary goes to Shabaniz Lewis. She looks like she's in shock too. Congratulations. Congratulations to Shabaniz and Ainsworth, to whom much is given, much is expected, and as you go off to high school, we wish you the very best. On behalf of the Board of Management and staff, we thank both benefactors, Mrs. Lopez and Mrs. Hazel Brown. May God continue to bless these two persons.
Don't leave me, principal, just stay right here, so. Isn't that awesome, ladies and gentlemen? Boys and girls, I am so sorry. I got surprised just like the students. I'm sorry we didn't get a camera to get their expression, because Ainsworth sit down and all we have to say, come, you mean say you feel come, because you just sit down and a smile. And then you hear say, Shabaniz sit down and say, me? You look like she never recognized the name. Me? That is just awesome. And I want to say thank you on behalf of the school to the persons who are making this donation. And I also quickly want to say that Ainsworth's father is also a past student of Chapleton Primary School. I'm telling you, say, boy, my grandson I graduate right now and all of that. So to see that coming out means a lot for me right here. Now we are going to be having a special recognition. I wonder if Miss Brown could catch this reaction though. You think so? Is that obvious? Real? Such a pity. Now, this presentation, this special recognition is going to be going to a staff member, a colleague, a short and taller person. He is no other from me say he is the gateway. Sure, Mr. Thomas, just come here, master. Come. Give it up for Mr. Jermaine Thomas. Miss Brown? No, man. I need you up here.
Really, brother?
Really, brother? Yes, really.
I know oftentimes, you see, we don't tell people thanks when they are around us, when they are here. And on behalf of the staff, I want to let you know that we see you. We recognize you, we love you, we see you. And we know, say, you love your school, and because we see the work you do, we want to tell you thanks when you're alive. Yes, big up, sir.
Short applause. All right. Go back. Remember me in my picture, Mister. No, I'm in my picture, master. You want to put yourself? Yes. Mr. Thomas, look for the camera coming. The shy boys are shy guys. Yeah, all right, 30. All right, and I also want to know, I am looking around, but I can blame it on my right eye, that it's not seen very well. If these persons are here, could you just give me a little indication that you're here? Is Karen Greg Killenbeck here? Yes? No? Maybe so? Nah. All right. Is Miss Delia Lynn here? Delia. Is she here? Wait, Mr. One red hand. Mr. One hand. We're going to go to Mr. One red hand. I see a red dress or a blouse or something. I see a red dress. Yes. We are going to be inviting Miss Delia Lynn to the podium right now, and also Mr. Stone to join me right here to make this special, very special recognition of these persons. We're recognizing you today, and this is all a surprise, and I just love it.
Ms. Lynn, on behalf of the Board of Management, I would like to present this to you as a token of our appreciation. You have been on the board for just 3 years, and we thank you for your invaluable support.
Thank you very much, Miss Lynn. All right. Now we're moving right on, and we're going to be having some presentations, and I'm going to be asking Samuel, our head boy, to please join me on stage. Samuel, he's coming. That nice. Miss Cavalier, you know no song could I play? You play? Oh, I can play. Samuel, and you are going to be presenting. Boy, to my friend, but let me bust up my clothes. Mrs. Abigail James, our guest speaker, and I'm sure you enjoyed the message that she brought. Not true? Yes, I was praying that she would misbehave some more, but she was so conscious that she stayed right there. All right? Also, after that, we're going to ask Mr. Hassett Stone to come up after Mrs. James, and we'll also ask Santoya to prepare herself.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Mrs. James, on behalf of everyone here, I thank you. You have impacted countless lives and you have done so today. We know that your words of wisdom and guidance will inspire us to reach our full potential and make a positive impact on the world. Once again, we thank you for gracing us with your presence. We are truly honored to have you here. And we wish you a safe journey back to Kingston. Thank you.
And I want to use the opportunity to say that it is Mrs. James' first time in Clarendon. Clarendon or Chapleton? Chapleton, that's Chapleton 1, Chapleton Clarendon. So I can't go wrong. Chapleton Clarendon. All right, Santoya Page. And Mr. Hassett Stone.
Good afternoon, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to present this token to one of our dignitaries here, Mr. Stone. Sir, on behalf of the class of 2023, I would like to thank you for honoring this function with your presence and inspirational thoughts. You have impacted everyone here today. You have contributed in making today a success, not just for me, but for each and every individual gathered here. Once again, we thank you.
We're going to invite Gerald and our principal, Mrs. Christine Monroe Walters. I don't know.
Good afternoon, everyone. To Mrs. Monroe Walters, on behalf of the Chapleton Primary School graduating class, I stand here today to express immense gratitude for your intense dedication and hard work over the years. Your guidance has been a beacon that led us through the maze of education. You have cultivated an environment of excellence and inspired us to reach for the stars. Your tireless effort has empowered us to embrace challenges, dream big, and celebrate achievement. As we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives, we carry with us the values and lessons you have imparted. Thank you, Principal, for shaping our futures and instilling us the belief that we can conquer the world.
All right, in the meantime, Kenardo. Kenardo. Oh, no, right here. Mrs. Brown. Lopez. No, I said Mrs. Brown, and I took a breath, and then I said Lopez. I got it right. Whatever.
To our dedicated and hardworking teacher, Mrs. Brown Lopez, the graduating class of 2023 from 6 Brown would like to use this opportunity to extend our heartiest gratitude by presenting you with this token. Thank you for always believing in us. We appreciate all your sacrifices and efforts made in order to prepare us for the next leg of our educational journey. We will miss you dearly.
Teacher say, I hope so. I hope you don't miss me. Just stay right there, Mrs. Brown Lopez, and I'm going to invite Santoya Page to come.
Turn it around.
Miss Brown Lopez, you are the greatest teacher I have ever had, and I'm forever grateful to have learned from you. Happy Teacher's Day, always.
Anybody have any extra cushion and need one? We done a bad mind over your cushion and one appeared. Stand up right there, sir. One appeared to say I have something for Miss Brown. But Miss Brown, just remember say me your friend long time before you put her Lopez and so a lot we come from far. Alright.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to present this to Miss Brown Lopez, just to say thank you. And a note there is a truly amazing teacher. It's hard to find, difficult to part with, and impossible to forget.
All right, so Mrs. Brown Lopez, what we will do, we'll try, Mrs. Lopez, we'll try and accommodate you afterwards that you can pose and take all you're doing with the backdrop and all your gifts, okay? Now, take a little time and go back down while I invite Mrs. Watson-Ferron, and also presenting to Mrs. Watson-Ferron is Lysandra.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with great pleasure that I take this opportunity to acknowledge the person who have groomed us into becoming positive contributors to society today. Through your encouraging words, your willingness to help and to explain the things we saw as difficult, you have shown us you care. I can proudly say that you are an excellent teacher. Even when you get miserable, we know you care. For all this and more, I say thank you, Miss Fern. You are truly an awesome teacher.
All right, Miss Bennett and Carice Hilton. Tracy.
Miss Bennett, thank you on behalf of the class for being our social studies and language arts teacher throughout the year. Thank you for being a great teacher for me and my classmates. We really appreciate you for helping us learn. You have been very nice and patient, and as we graduate, I want to say thank you for everything.
Mr. Watson, Karikwa.
Oh, sorry.
To Mr. Watson, on behalf of my class, I want to thank you for teaching us. We truly appreciate you and the patience you had in explaining certain concepts. We truly appreciate you. We are better mathematics students because of you. Thank you so much.
You take a picture? How you bored, sir? What a big gift? All right, go on. Yeah, what a good man. Stand up good and well is something good and pick. Smile. All right, good job. Thank you. All right, so give them a clap. We're going to be asking Nathan to come up, but before Nathan comes up, parents, everybody, I want you to say good morning. I want you to say, we're inviting Miss Joseph Campbell Hibbert to go up on stage. Just say it after 2. Ready? Yeah, listen, after 2. Ready, man, ready. Hold on. 1. Thank you. Oh my God.
Good afternoon. It is with extreme pleasure and great pride that I extend sincere thanks to you, Mrs. Hibbert. You have captured our attention and kept us engaged throughout the ceremony. Your job. Thank you, Mrs. Hibbert.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nathan. All right, let's do another round of applause to all the presentations that were done. Well done, students. Good job. Now we're going to be moving on. We're coming down nicely. It's a good thing we said that the bet was until 1:15. How much now? How much? It's a good thing we said that the bet was until 1:25 because I know I'm going to win. And so we're now going to be having the vote of thanks by Mrs. Sampson Daly.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to be associated with the protocols already established. As William Arthur Ward, a motivational writer, once said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. On this joyous occasion of our school's graduation, I stand before you to express gratitude on behalf of the Board of Management and the staff of this noble institution. First and foremost, I extend thanks to the Almighty God for making this event a resounding success. With His blessings and grace, we were able to make this event what it was. Thanks to Pastor Welsh and the students who read the lesson, we began as we should, give praise to the Almighty. To the Member of Parliament, the Honorable Robert Nestor Morgan, You spoke about the importance of education and what we as parents, and that we as parents might not benefit from what is being done presently, but it is an investment in the future. You also encourage us to recommit ourselves to protecting our children. Thanks for that important message. From the depths of our heart, we say a big thank you to our guest speaker, Mrs. Abigail James, for not only sharing her time with us and traveling from such a distance, but also for enlightening us and sharing her experiences. Madam, indeed your words have inspired us all, not just the graduating class of 2023. We heard your thoughts on the theme, Yet Still I Rise. We will remember the 2 Ds. First, distraction. In spite of the many distractions in our lives, we should rise above it. The second one is doubt. Do not allow anyone to use negative words to cow you down. And also that we, as parents, should speak positive words to our children. This will surely encourage us in our future endeavor. We say thanks to our chairman, Mr. Hassett Stone, for his unstinted support, vision, and commitment to our school. Next, I would like to thank our principal, Mrs. Monroe Walters, for leading and inspiring as we planned this event. You mobilized an energetic team of teachers who rose to the occasion and did excellently. We are grateful for your huge support, Miss. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our dedicated and passionate teachers. Your unwavering commitment, patience, and guidance have played a vital role in molding these young minds and nurturing their talents. Your tireless effort have created an environment of learning, growth, and inspiration. We are truly grateful for your devotion to education and for being the guiding lights in our students' lives. Today, one of our own members moderated the ceremony like the star she is. Much thanks, Mrs. Campbell Hibbert. And to all the other staff members who participated, we thank you too. Our appreciation extends to the parents and guardians for entrusting us with the education and well-being of your children. Your support, trust, and active involvement have been instrumental in creating a strong partnership between home and school. Together, we have fostered an atmosphere of growth and success, and today you celebrate with us. I would be failing in my duty if I did not thank all the participants who made this event joyful and enjoyable with their impressive performances. To Mr. Thomas, the musician whose touch made a difference, to the technical team, including the photographer, Mrs. Jeanette Needham, thank you for adding that touch of class to the day's proceedings. Last but not least, a big thank you to our graduating class of 2023 for the joy and pride you have brought us throughout your time at our school. Rahim, you represented your class well. Your smiles, laughter, and achievements have made each day worthwhile and have certainly erased the negative moments. As you spread your wings and explore new horizons, remember that the foundation you have received here will support you in all future endeavors. Congratulations! Today marks the culmination of your primary school journey, and we are immensely proud of each and every one of you. As you embark on the next chapter of your academic journey, remember the lessons learned and the friendships forged during your time here. As you leave this place today, reflecting on this well-spent morning, be safe as you journey home. Thank you for sharing in this memorable occasion. Blessings in abundance.
We're coming down fine. All good things must come to an end. And I must say, students, without a doubt, you are the best set of graduating students I've seen over the years. Your behavior is excellent. Give yourself a round of applause. And parents, the same thing goes for you. We're really, really proud of the way you behaved this afternoon. All right, so I have a few announcements before we move out. Just remember, grade 6 students, that normal school will be on Monday. Some of you have some tests to continue doing and so on, so you need to be at school. And I want everyone to remember our health fair. When is the health fair again? I'm not hearing you, man. When is the health fair? Next week, Friday, June 30th. All road leads to Chapleton Primary School. Right there on the school ground, we'll be having our grand health fair. We're going to have breast examination, prostate examination, pap smear, cholesterol test, eye test, blood sugar test, dental checkup, all of those things. So we need the mothers, the fathers, the uncles, the grandma, the students, everybody to come out. And because we have done this only for you. It's your program. We are concerned about your health and we invite you all to come out. All right, parents, will you be there? All right, I'm hearing the yes, ma'am. All right, all reports will be ready for parents to collect on July the 3rd. The 3rd of July, reports will be ready. And remember, grade 6 students, you're going to be needing your recommendations, so you're going to come and collect the reports, all right? And the school officially closes on the 7th of July. The Guidance Counseling Department, they're inviting all parents to an urgent meeting next Wednesday, the 28th of June at 3 p.m. And we need, it's something very, very important, parents. We don't want you to miss it. So please do come out and be informed, all right? School reopens on Monday, September 4th, for those who have other students coming to Chapleton Primary School. All right, so after this, what you're going to be doing, my students, we're going to be giving you about half an hour to take pictures in your cape. You're looking so beautiful down there. I was just smiling when you were coming in this morning. You look really lovely in those capes. So we're going to ask you to return the capes. And when you return the capes, you're going to collect the packages, right? And refreshment will be served also. All right? So bear those announcements in mind. We're looking forward to see you parents next week, Wednesday, next week, Friday. School is still in session, students, all right? So at this time, we're going to be standing and we're going to be singing the song, We Build Our School on Thee, O Lord. To Thee we bring our common need, the loving heart, the helpful word, the tender thoughts, kindly deeds. With these we pray, Thy Spirit may enrich and bless our school always. Parents, please stand. Thank you.
It's a good thing we did say 1:30, right? So we are now going to say thank you so much to everyone for being here and for helping me win that bet. So before I leave and we go with the national anthem and all, we are going to ask you parents that when the time comes, we want to do the same thing like we did before. We remain seated and we allow our graduates. Madam Principal, they're no longer graduates, they're what we call it? Graduates now. All right? We want to allow our graduates to march out and then we come out after. And then no, feel free to come back. Now take off none of the balloon them, but feel free to come and take your picture under the arch and nobody now run away. But remember, you have to do it so that others can get a chance. And then no, we prepare somewhere over school where you can go but take more picture again. Then you can keep and take your thing and go your yard. And then you go home. Alright? So, before we go, let me take something from what you heard earlier on and see if our team ready, Mr. Watson side? Alright, you know, so may I call it for your side. May I call it for your side. Are you on Mr. Watson right hand? Ready right here, sir? And ready over here, sir? Alright, at the right side, on the sun like on the rising. So, ready now, you're going to finish it. In spite of good distraction will come my way, but and when doubt comes in and we feel like we can't do it again, because I can do through Christ who, because I am fearfully, no weapon but formed. And if it comes, what are we going to do? All we know, yet still I rise. All right. We are going to rise. Please stand. Please rise for the national anthem. Put your hands to your side. And remember, this is our national anthem. Ready? Steady? Well, if you were at the stadium, we'd have just reel up and say, yeah! So we are doing it right now. Yeah! All right, I'm going to ask the graduates, please remain standing, and parents, I'm going to ask you to be seated for me so that we can give our graduates the best thing, to show them that we are allowing them to rise and we are pushing them in our hearts forward. Thank you all for being here with us this afternoon, graduates.
All right, parents? So let's just enjoy the music. I'm going to ask those who are standing at the door, please make the way clear for our graduates. Let them come out in fine style. And after that, you get them, and then you can do what you want to do with them respectfully. What are you trying to do? Yes. Thank you so much. One of the proud parents of a graduate son, multitasking as usual. Where you send the team, see you next week Thursday. We're going to people with you Chef.
I'm a big deal. My friends are some big deals. Very, very, very important for real. This has nothing to do with money or fame or vanity. This one is all about self-worth. So big up your chest and stand proud and don't matter about nobody. No man no more than no man on this earth. So whether you walk or you a drive car, so if you're white or black like that, no favorite in yourself, you're start. We should put on and tell all the haters I'm a big deal. I'm a friend and I'm a big deal. Yeah, I'm important for you. Very, very, very important for you. It's like all the best, and then you're out of it. That's what we are, and we come to